Hey, what's up guys, Jeremy here. Today we're going to look at one of the video game systems, consoles, and brands that redefined video game history through the 1970s and 1980s. This brand was owned by several entities throughout the 70s and 80s and produced hit games such as, or capitalized on games such as Pong, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Q*bert, and the ever mind-boggling E.T. But E.T. is a different story, which we'll obviously leave out because of the fact that that game probably crashed, or not probably, crashed that video game system. So anyways, what we're looking at, what we're talking about, is the Atari 2600. Alright, plenty of videos on YouTube talk about the history, different games. Obviously, just very quickly, here's the 6-switch, the standard one that was used probably in the 70s and early 80s, and probably the one that most people have. Since that time, the 6-switch went through several different revisions, heavy 6er, light 6er, different console types, and eventually it moved over to the Darth version, or Darth Vader, pardon me, the 4-switch, and the fact was that it was all black casing, and it gained that name, Darth Vader. Later on, in '86, and I've tried not to take this off here. This is just the little plastic that covers it here so that it protects this, but it's still mint underneath. This is the Atari Junior. This was actually released in '86. I think they were looking for an earlier schedule releasing of the system, but obviously these were still on the market. So again, here's just your keep all the manuals and stuff for the different systems, owner's manuals, and it's pretty interesting to read through these and just, you know, how they've evolved and stuff. And I've looked at some of the other manuals in different of my other different games. Obviously, just taking inventory, unpacking everything, installing your Switch, and it's really funny to see how far we've come now from like your Switch now to HDMI. And when you think of like history of games, it's just like wow. But this is obviously the foundation for video games today, not just Atari, but obviously it's part of the history, and it just gives you the different ideas there. And it's interesting to see also, obviously, and I know many of you already appreciate this, how far it's come from pardon me, having your video game ports in the back to the front, and obviously it shows the evolution of game systems today. Alright, so yep, just basically how to hook it up, and there you go, and there's the brand Atari. Alright, so every system, very standard, your power, TV type, difficulty level for second player, game select and reset. I have a number of games. I have tons of games actually, but the games that I've been playing the most, actually, Miner 2049er Part 2, Frogger 2 3 Deep, King Kong, and some other games such as Ocean City Defender, Inca Gold, and Bump and Jump, a classic game that I used to play back in the day. This one here, the one that we'll talk about today just very quickly, is Montezuma's Revenge featuring Panama Joe. And the reason I played this is that, or I put this in right now, my friend and I, growing up, we didn't have this for the Atari. We didn't have this particular game for the Atari, but back in the day I had the, you're going to laugh, the Apple IIe monochrome green floppy disk of this game, and that's all we used to play. We used to come home after school, I don't know if it was riding our bikes or walking home, and I know it sounds disgusting, but we used to eat Jello, like put the Jello sugar into a bowl and eat it straight from a bowl, which is totally disgusting but sweet as hell, and just play that game. So I already have it loaded up on here, and oops, that wasn't product placement of Coke, that was because of the fact I was drinking Coke earlier, is the game right there. It's quite difficult at first try. It takes a number of tries to figure out the strategy toward getting the right combination. Now it is also difficult for me to obviously video record and play the game, because right now I'm actually looking through the viewer of the pardon me, camera at the TV, so I'm going to be dying very quickly, but I just wanted to give you a little show of this awesome game and go from there. Alright, I cannot believe I just was able to do that with like one hand here playing, looking through the video game. Oh god, this is awesome. Now I don't want, if I fell off right there I would have died. Oh, and I just died right there, whoops. So I'm gonna die again probably in a second here. Whoops. I was trying to jump. It's hard to play with one hand and kind of jump. So that key helped me open the door there. This game is so fun, like I don't even know where to start. Sorry. I'm actually pretty surprised I can do this. So I just picked myself up a sword and I'm gonna go kick. Whoops. Okay, so I can't go through there. I need to save this for someone. But yeah, I might die here in a second, sorry. Oops, I just died again. Alright, so that was Montezuma's Revenge featuring Panama Joe. This system here, the Atari 2600, I actually have family coming over soon, and I know they're going to love this, because they're all into the classic stuff. The Atari, before Nintendo, probably Atari is the system I loved personally. Had all my favorite games. Q*bert, Pac-Man, all the obvious ones. Even Moon Patrol and games like that you'd play at the arcade. But for those who obviously don't have one, but you're a video game enthusiast, a retro video game player, definitely recommend picking one up. Just keep your ears to the ground. Definitely Ataris come on the market all the time. For people in US, Craigslist. For people in Canada, Kijiji. Or if you just happen to know someone that has an Atari, just definitely pick one up. Alright, so again, we'll give you a look. The Atari 2600 6-switch, the Atari 2600 Darth, and the Atari 2600 Junior. Alright, and just some of my games. Nothing big there. Maybe I'll do a review on some of them someday. And hopefully maybe I'll get some help so that I'm not playing one hand here. Alright, so I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.